Star Wars Jedi Survivor had the final gameplay trailer released at Star Wars Celebration. You've seen your favorite content creators break down this footage, including myself. However, I thought it was important to listen to the interview given before and after the trailer played with Stig Asmussen and Cameron Monaghan. While listening to it, I heard a couple of things I thought we should dive in depth on, including some of the new customization, story, and character details. But first, if this is your first time watching the channel, let me know if you'd like to see more by liking this video. This video will also try and remain as spoiler-free for Jedi Fallen Order as possible, but if you haven't played that game, then I would highly recommend doing so before getting this game, as the story is a direct continuation. One more thing, I haven't had time to read or learn about the tie-in novel Jedi Battle Scars, so if I say anything that doesn't line up with the book, or I miss something, that is why. I fully intend on reading it, but this is just a news update and breakdown, not a full in-depth story review. And with that out of the way, let's dive straight into the new details. There were 3 different types of things revealed from the Star Wars Celebration interview. We first got some story details, confirmation of a new customization option, and some gameplay details. First, let's get started with the story details. Jedi Survivor takes place 5 years after the events of the first game, and the Mantis crew is scattered. Because the crew has been scattered and in this fight for so long, they've gotten worn down and become a lot darker in comparison to how they were seen in the first game, especially Cal himself. Cal is going to be up against a few different foes, like this mystery Jedi figure, the Empire, and the Bedlam Raiders, and their leader, Ravis. Ravis is a Gendai, which is the same species as Dirge from the 2003 Clone Wars, and it was officially confirmed that Ravis was in charge of the entire Bedlam Raider faction, so I figured it would just be an important thing to mention. I don't know if it was officially confirmed before, but now we know. It looks like Cal gets into some trouble with the Bedlam Raiders on Koboh, which will lead them to be another faction hunting down Cal. Now we have the Haxian brood from Fallen Order, the Empire, the Bedlam Raiders, this High Republic Jedi, all chasing after Cal. This Jedi, by the way, may or may not be part of the Bedlam Raiders, as we see him and Ravis have some sort of alliance in one of the trailers, but because of this, it looks like there's going to be huge bounties out for Cal in this game. It looks like Lunar Squadron deciphered what this hologram is based off of, which is the base, and what Cal is holding in this shot is indeed the same looking device as a bounty puck as seen in The Mandalorian. Cal must have just defeated an enemy with a huge bounty on his head and is looking at his own wanted message. This game is going to be so fun with all of these factions coming after Cal. It will provide so many more cool enemies to fight against in this game in comparison to the first game. Apparently, the game is so good that Cameron Monaghan actually begged the audience to specifically not spoil the ending, because it's going to be so cool and so surprising. I cannot wait to get through this game live on this exact channel. We got confirmation of a really awesome type of new customization. The host of the interview, Anthony, actually confirmed that he got to play the game early at the Early Access event, and he said he actually found an appearance for Cal with Clone Wars style armor and a cape.
Just in the demo that I played, I had picked up a few different outfits for Cal, and they all looked incredibly different. I had like the classic Star Wars bomber jacket. I had something that kind of looked almost like Clone Wars era armor with like a cape. There was so many different things. So many things.
A cape is almost like a rear punch.
Yeah,
when I heard this, I immediately thought of Obi-Wan's 2003 Clone Wars outfit, especially since Ravis is confirmed to be inspired by Dirge from that show. Perhaps this appearance is based off of the first few seasons of the 2008 Clone Wars and Anakin's and Obi-Wan's armor, but I probably will throw this on as soon as I pick this up on Koboh. Finally, we got a new detail about one of the most exciting new gameplay features in Jedi Survivor. Stig talked about characters in gameplay, or SIGs, and how they are an expansion of what BD1 was for Cal in the first game. They will help him out in certain scenarios, like with combat of course, but they will also help him solve puzzles. I had no idea they'd be helpful with puzzles. This just could be a really good thing or a really bad thing. It's a good thing because it could make the puzzles easier, but it also could be a bad thing if we need AI to help with puzzles because they're just that complicated. Another cool thing we learned about this trailer is that nothing in the new trailer is CG rendered or misleading. Everything in there, including Cal throwing that scout trooper into the TIE fighter off of a speeder bike, is actually in the game. That will be so cool to play out. There's a lot of new confirmed features from this interview I haven't seen people really talk about yet. So if you learned something new, let me know by subscribing to this channel. That way, you'll always be updated when more news like this drops. Thank you guys so much for watching this news update, and I will see you in the next.